My name is Paula Rowe, and this is Global Unified Breathing. After the show, if you'd like to get in touch with me, please go over to globalunifiedbreathing.com or email me at globalunifiedbreathing at Gmail. And I'd like to get right into the information today, breathing into divine neutrality. Of course, every time that I get ready to do a show, it's always my turn to do a deep dive into whatever the topic is, and it absolutely has been. So I think it was about 7 years ago that the concept of divine neutrality was introduced to me. I didn't I understood a little bit, but I had no idea to the depth that it can go and the importance that it plays in our life, especially now. So before we do anything else, I'm just going to read a quick invocation. If you would join in, and by participating, closing your eyes. Beloved Mother, Father God, in the full mastery of our Sacred Heart, we ask for the unified field of all that is to intensify pure divine light love of God and to enter all the hearts of the sons and daughters, to expand the crystalline heart to receive more love and more light so that we may unify. And with deep gratitude and divine grace, we thank thee. And so it is. And so today, thinking about divine neutrality, the part that made it easier for me to understand was about no judgment. And prior to this, I had been doing a lot of work on unconditional, non-judgmental love, breathing into that, breathing into an unconditional love over everything that has ever happened that you're aware of in your lifetime, just this lifetime, bringing that into the heart space and finding somewhere within there that we can forgive all. Divine neutrality is to be considered for all paths in all of our lives. And hearing this and just standing in the truth of what this is means not engaging in being invested in being right. In other words, right now, the division is a choice. But if we're in divine neutrality, we're actually standing in the 0 point, which means I'm not polarizing either way. I'm not making you right and I'm not making you wrong. I'm just standing in truth. Polarizing is over. We're done with it. We need to see that we're the ones that are holding that in our frequency, in the grid. And so if we want to move on, one of the best ways that I know of is to understand divine neutrality. So because it's time to unify more than ever, and how do we unify? We can't unify if we're polarized. If we let go of all of that and try to find within our heart, and that's where the divine neutrality grows. That's where we bring it in. That's where we breathe it in. That's where we expand through divine neutrality, is into the heart space. So we're going to be doing some breathing, but right now, so with divine neutrality, it doesn't mean that it's my agenda or your agenda. It's a total surrender. It's a freedom to expand in that total surrender. so that what? So that we can make better choices, wiser choices, more informed choices for us. We're not here to choose for others. We're here to choose where we want to go, where we want to be, how we want to live our lives, how we want to expand. This is what I'm responsible for, is my expansion. So the choice is where we drop all judgments. Nothing needs to be fixed. That's also how we polarize all the time. In the state of being polarized, we're always fixing. If we're in the middle with divine neutrality and allowing, we can make a better, higher decision. I think I'll go over here and do this because it's best for all. That is unifying. That is where we want to grow into. That is how we want to see us every time we move out into our lives with action. We want to be able to come from the unified field with divine neutrality. I'm not doing it because I think something is wrong. I'm doing it because I think this will help all. That's how this show got made. I thought it would help all of us to understand about unifying through the breath. So we need to be done with applying to issues our unconscious fears onto them. Instead, how about if we stop and just ask, what is it that's triggering me? What is it that I need to look at in myself, not out there? That right there makes a huge change. Tolerating, not rejecting or reinforcing, not being against anything. All of it is creation, right? You understand that? All of it is creation. It all comes from God. We have to, in divine neutrality, we have a great level of discernment that comes on board. And we're not always pushing up against things. Instead, we're allowing ourselves within our heart space to be in divine neutrality, where across the board, everything is what it is. But now, for me, in my action, how do I take what is it that I feel I want to do to unify for all involved? So if you think about what is your desired outcome, and prioritize your choice for you. There's a thing right now about the distortions that are out there. It's all going away if we let it go away. But if we hold up these distorted, polarized, that's what we will see in our lives. I'm inviting you into the heart space, into the space of our heart with the divine breath coming in from Creator and understanding that divine neutrality means God wins. Across the board, God wins. So another thing to think about is freedom. Divine neutrality is freedom. I know when I first started experiencing this concept and writing about it and using it in meditation and in breath work, that was the first thing that I was really aware that it was a freedom that was being felt within my body, and once felt within the body, outwardly projected everything was okay. I don't need to be either way. I can stand in that divine neutrality. I'm choosing to be and to experience and to expand and to emanate my Christ conscious light coming from within. It's also not about hiding or not doing anything at all or running away. Rather, it's about understanding that space within ourselves of divine neutrality, allowing all this and finding that space in our heart space, and out from there, then making a decision. Is there something that I feel that I want to do? I don't do it for either of these reasons. I do this to unify. I'm doing it for a whole different purpose. I'm holding that light of creation in my body. So when we're breathing today, I'd like you to think about these things and let them run through the breath. Divine neutrality exists within the heart space. So what we're going to do is we're going to understand that divine neutrality means it's good for all of us. All of us. We don't step down into this or that. We only step up. And the breath can neutralize all that static that happens inside of us if we focus on just opening our hearts, allowing that breath to come in. So what I want to do when we're breathing today, which we're going to do, is on the in-breath, I want you to breathe in through the mouth, the color green, light green, expanding, allowing yourself to expand on that breath and letting it run through our mind, down our spine, out our heart, to all. So when we start breathing, remember, we're going to breathe in light green through the mouth, through the mind, around the brain, down the spine, out the heart. And I'll keep reminding you of this. So this is the traveling of that energy, soothing and healing us, expanding our own heart, and sending divine neutrality out to all and allowing others. Remember, what we do for ourselves at the highest is what we offer to all. And this is what I'm offering today. So we're going to start breathing now. So remember, we're just breathing for about 12 minutes. So I know it's not a very long time, but sit comfortably, spine straight, breathing in through the mouth. So you're pulling your breath in through your mouth. It's running through the brain, down the spine, out the heart. In through the mouth, down the spine, out through the heart. Breathe with me. Breathe into divine neutrality, allowing everything in your body to be neutralized. No judgments, no separation. Let your breath be used to neutralize. Just relax. Spine straight. Keep breathing. Allowing. Bringing in neutrality, unconditional love. Sending it out from our heart. Breathing in the green ray. Breathe into neutrality. Let go. No judgments. Keep breathing. Breathing in the green ray. Unifying through divine neutrality. Keep breathing. Let it move into divine neutrality. It just is. It just is. Unconditional, non-judgmental love. That's how we change everything. Keep breathing, beloveds. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Allowing your breath amplify the whole field with divine neutrality. No more distorted agendas. Be free. Feel it in your body. Be free. That's it. Keep breathing. I am the light. I am divine love. Divine love, I am. I am the light, the love, and the way. Keep breathing, sending it out. In the breath, breath of divine neutrality coming directly from the heart of God into your body, healing all of it, neutralizing all of it, allowing your breath to expand and illuminate yourself, your body, your crystalline body. Keep breathing, beloveds. Keep breathing just a little bit longer. You're doing so well. Releasing all judgment. Be neutralized. It raises you up. It raises all of us up. Allow yourself to have the gift of divine neutrality through the breath. Breathe. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, neutralizing. It's really important that we just allow our breath to move us into divine neutrality, allowing it to amplify pure love light. Just keep breathing. Breathing into unity consciousness. What's your highest choice right now? Breathe into that. What is your highest goal for all? Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Allowing yourself to feel the freedom. When we breathe in divine neutrality, we're breathing in the freedom codes direct from the heart of God. Direct. This is what we want to experience. The freedom codes running through our body. Divine neutrality. Breathing into that. Every soul has a different pathway. This is where we allow for all. It's God's world. Unconditional, non-judgmental love. Allow this to be the new pathway that just opened up, and live in divine neutrality. Slow yourself down and feel yourself in the presence of neutral. Standing in 0 point, neither, no wobble. Divine neutrality is how we shake loose all of the distortion. We let it shake loose, so we stand in our truth. It's very powerful. Think about this week, all the ways that divine neutrality can change decisions that you've made if you were neutral. So sometimes what we have to do is slow ourselves down and really consider. What do we consider? The frequency running through us of divine neutrality means I understand and I allow myself to receive the unifying thought that is the highest thought for all at all times. Just think what our world will be like when we all desire for this to be our unifying thought. I hope you enjoyed breathing into divine neutrality. For me, it was a game changer. Everything just smoothed out. And I understand when things happen that we want to react. Remember, we're trying to expand our light body. We're trying to divine neutrality. We're expanding our light body so we can be that light out in the world, affecting change and unifying with all. This is why Global Unified Breathing came into being. Please reach out if you have any questions or any concerns. I'd love to hear from you. When we're seeing the bigger picture, which is what this will do for us, when we see the bigger picture within our heart, it's all okay, no matter what. No judgment. No shaming, no blaming, no criticism. We're neutral. My name is Paula, and I want to thank you for being with me today. globalunifiedbreathing.com or globalunifiedbreathing@gmail. It's so beautiful. I know. Divine neutrality is quite powerful, especially when it becomes part of every decision in the cells as we're breaking away from that polarization and freeing up more energy. I love you. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. No judgment. I understand. No judgment. Okay. See you next week, everybody.